All right, so back on a little Pontiac, still Pontiac, but I was in the box. I was like, what is this thing? Had no clue. And there was only one of these in the box. And yet there's two sides. So how does a manufacturer only ship you one of these things when you buy two? So 1996 formula, rear struts, doesn't stay up, and we purchased new arms, right? New strut arms or whatever they're going to be called, and they sent one rubber and not two rubbers. Well, doesn't make sense, but let's get this side out. So my PVC is holding it up because this glass is way too heavy. And let's get the one side in. Excuse me. So we got an Allen head. I think it's a quarter, the size of it. And then the bottom is going to be, I think it's just you know, Allen head, and then the top part is going to be a press on. All right, let me come back. So old dried out rubber, new rubber. Old dried out rubber, new rubber. I would probably rather put the old rubber back in, because even though that looks okay, it doesn't look that bad. I guess it will sit a little better once it gets a little warmer or broken in. So they only came with one, so we're gonna have to use one old one. So we usually don't use an old rubber, but today is the day you're gonna have to use an old rubber. Anyway, and the nice thing will be is that one of them almost supports the whole thing, but we're gonna keep that in there. So the back section, if you have never did it before, you just pull and pry the little clip like this, and it drops the ball. Yeah, this is where it's okay to drop the ball, you know. So there's a little ball socket it sits on. It's okay to drop it out of there. Now for the, if you look over on the other side, you can't see. Well, let's go on this side. I should have opened the door and moved the seat and stuff first, but I wasn't really thinking about it. Okay, so on the panel is this little clip. So GM got cheap and decided that it would be okay to put cheap clips in there that, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, and I just had to pry it out to get it to open, and I don't know how I did it, to be honest with you, but I'm surprised I didn't break it. So let me use two hands to get this piece of crap out. All right, so as you can see, this is the clip, like the coat hanger hook thing. So in the inside, it just has a little teeth that you got to pry to pull out. So this is what holds the top of the rear panel in, and all you gotta do is just pull it away a little like that, and then it's a T50 socket. So let's get that off of the, okay, so it's reinstalled, and it's plastic on the inside, metal on the outside, and this, and then we're using the old rubber, and the old rubber has got to get tucked in, so we got to pry this away, get it in the hole. The little thing goes around the screw, and then this goes around the top, and then that goes like that to conceal it. How nice of them. Isn't that nicely made? Wow, GM was so thoughtful. Okay, and as for the rear, we have to rotate this. We can't loosen it up because there's only threads on, so we have to rotate the whole thing. Let me put you on pause for a second. Okay, so now both are connected and the hatch is up by itself. Look at that. So for 35 bucks, we got two hatches and we got one new rubber. And this is how you can tell. This is how you tell your struts are bad. You ready? You see how I'm gonna pull it out. Ready? I'm pulling it out. Pulling it out. Oh yeah, it's out. Oof. But look, once it goes down, it stays in. And the other side was the exact same. So I put it in the bag. Pull it out. And no resistance, nothing. So this hydraulic oil or whatever's inside of it, there's nothing left. So these came off eBay, but they came through Amazon. So Amazon shipping. So it's pretty funny. Anyway, so that's it. Quick little video, nothing special. How to put your hatch pieces in and save your head from getting hit on that fucking hatch. All right, happy holidays. You guys didn't think you off the hook that easy, did you? All right, look, I had cleaned these tail lights, right? And the last thing I had to do was the third brake light. So whichever person decided to paint this car, primer it, decided to tape everything off but never untape it. So it was such a headache, and all these taillights are broken. This is such a shame because they're hard to find. So in my experience, bulbs like this, ready? Nothing black works as a bulb. So makes me think that this bulb is no good. And being that this bulb is not too far behind it, I'm going to say they're both no good. So let's try to find 2 new bulbs in the drawer and put some clear bulbs in that are actually going to work. And there you go, 2 bulbs replaced. Now the question is, do they work? I honestly have no clue. How am I going to push the brake pedal and see the bulbs? All right, let me figure it out. All right, so where'd we left off? Bulbs. All right, brake light push, bulbs don't go on, got to check the fuses. And here's the light. So I spent about, I don't know, a few minutes cleaning it up, taking it all off, and then using my headlight restoration stuff and sanding it all down, and then using a little compound polish to put it a little shiny to get all the dullness out. But you know what, it's better than throwing it away and have to buy another one. All right, so let's pop this back in. All right, one last thing. Listen to this, open hatch. I've never had a car where I did that. Interesting. All right, and just like that, the hatch is complete. All right, now you guys can go. Thanks for tuning in. Happy holidays.